What's up? So we're jumping straight in on this truck. If you didn't see it last time, this is my 79 Ford F-250 custom flare side. It's going to be my new daily driver. Last video kind of introduced the truck, showed everybody how good of a runner this thing is. It sat for 14 years and fired right up. We fixed a brake line. I did end up fixing the fuel system, replacing some fuel lines, and now it is running off the gas tank in the rear, which is great. So today is a beautiful day, and it's supposed to start raining tomorrow and not stop for probably a week. So I think we're going to skip a couple of steps and work on cleaning up the body and getting the interior cleaned out on this thing. So I do have a bunch of parts on order from Rock Auto to finish up the brake system completely. I did order new brake hoses front and rear, wheel cylinders for the rear, and a master cylinder because it's kind of starting to leak from the rear of the master cylinder. So I think we should probably just tear this interior apart. I want to clean out the bed, and then I want to get all the years of scum cleaned off of this thing. It really shouldn't be too bad. This is another case of where somebody just sprayed, red oxide primer all over every little chip and every spot. It makes it a nightmare to clean up, but once you get all that orange off of there, this should have a really cool look. The interior is, like we saw in the last video, really gross. So we're gonna start here, because honestly, I'm probably gonna be pressure washing here and maybe here. I'll probably stay away from up there, but probably around in here and definitely under there. I want to get this thing kind of cleaned up. I did order a satin wipe-on clear coat kit for this, but it's also not going to be here till midweek. So if I get it cleaned up now, later this week, I can get it prepped and do a wipe-on clear. Coming from the automotive restoration industry, the idea of a wipe-on clear coat just is completely alien to me. But I'm excited to try it. I've never done one, and the idea of, I can clear coat it now, and then if I decide I want to maybe fix the door bottoms or fix some rust on the fenders or whatever, I can just easily re-clear coat those spots after they're repaired, instead of having to tear the entire door back apart and do all the R&Is and masking up every little thing and then worrying about overspraying the shop. That's pretty appealing. So I think on this project it's going to be the right call, and you never know, I might end up doing this on quite a few more down the road. So yeah, we're going to see how that works out. Probably one of the grossest things about this truck is this shag carpet that is it's so wet and heavy. I need a respirator. The dust. It already looks immensely better without that carpet in there. Look at, that's a good piece of steel right there. We'll save that. But the floor, like I was saying before, is just completely toast on this side. Probably am going to cut the vinyl on this side and get it out, because all the jute and stuff underneath is going to be trash. So I should just cut this. And really, the patch looks like it's going to be a big square, so it's not going to be too horrible. Well, I forgot to hit record before I started vacuuming this thing out, and y'all missed me finding this. Look at that. Original build sheet stuck in the back of the seat. That's super cool. It's in such poor condition though. It was literally crumbling as I was pulling it out. It was stuck underneath this rib right here. You can see some of it's just literally crumbling as I was pulling it out of there, trying to be as careful as I can. I don't really know what to do with this now. There's not much left. Maybe I can get it in a folder and get it in the glove box for, maybe to preserve it a little bit more. There's not much left, but you can see where it's 6-cylinder. It was run on the truck line. Some front axle options in there, some rear axle options. There's leaf spring options. So it's neat to find. You don't find those very often. Yeah, that's pretty unfortunate about the bed floor. I knew all the wood was going to be rotten, but I didn't really think it was going to just crumble. I mean, you saw I was stabbing the handle of my broom through it. While I was doing that, I was kind of building some ideas of what we could do to fix that bed, because I do want to use this truck. You know, it's not going to be just a 2-seat sports car. I do want to use this, you know, for its intended purpose. So, kind of been thinking a little bit about how maybe we can rebuild the bed and hang these original bed sides on something that's a little bit more sturdy. So, but that's a project for another day. I'm gonna get this thing pulled outside, get the engine bay all degreased, and then we'll start pressure washing and see how this thing looks after a nice deep cleaning. Pretty happy with how all this cleaned up. Now that I have all the tree scum and moss off of there, and the inside of the bed pretty well pressure washed off, I'm gonna give this thing a real quick Comet wash, and hopefully we can get all of this red oxide primer off. Got a good majority of it off with the pressure washer. Let's see if we can get all of it cleaned off using the Comet wash. So the sun started setting fast, and I'm soaking wet, and it was getting cold. So I put you guys down and really had to put the hammer down to get this thing finished. But I got all the way around it, and I'm really happy with how it came out. There are a couple spots I'm gonna have to touch up, get a little bit more aggressive on sanding before we clear it. But overall, I'm really pleased with how it looks. Under the hood cleaned up exceptionally, like they always do. A little bit of pressure washing, degreasing, and all the years of grime just kind of disappear. Look, the motor's blue again. The interior cleaned up nice too. I did end up coming in here, degreasing and pressure washing the door panels and the jambs and stuff. Didn't want to get too crazy on the dashboard, so I will need to get in there and scrub on that a little bit, but for the most part, looks nice. So it's in here drip drying for the next couple of days. I'm waiting on parts and materials, so this one's kind of going to be sitting for a minute. I got a couple other things cooking right now that I'm going to be working on. But once the parts show up later this week, this thing's going back on the lift. Brake lines are getting done, and we'll get this thing prepped and ready for some clear coat. And hopefully before too long, I got to do the floor patches, but hey, we can just drop something in there, drive it around a little bit. I do have to address the brake lights not working. I'm going to get those pulled apart and check to see maybe all the light bulbs are just burned out. It's a possibility. It could just be a bad ground, but that should be easy to chase too. So yeah, we'll be jumping back on this thing shortly. Thanks for watching. See you later.